Hey everyone, this is the real Mr. Robin. Hey everyone, this is the real Mr. Robinson. I just finished watching the big Simpsons Family Guy crossover. The Simpsons guy, part of the new season of Family Guy, and I'm here to give you my thoughts on it. So, little backstory on my feelings towards The Simpsons and Family Guy. Obviously, both shows need no introduction, especially The Simpsons, since it's been on for 25 years, almost 30. It's insane how long The Simpsons has been on. But basically, I like The Simpsons a lot. I think a lot of the seasons before the movie are better than the ones that take place after the movie, but admittedly, I still laugh at The Simpsons. I don't get the hate that it's gotten recently, maybe because it feels a little tired at points. I admittedly have a little difficulty watching the episodes post-movie, but I still think The Simpsons is hilarious. Memorable characters, memorable quotes. It's a cultural phenomenon that you have to be living in a rock if you've never heard or seen an episode of The Simpsons. Family Guy, on the other hand, it had its moments with the first 3 seasons, and then there was a point where it just got tired, inappropriate, offensive, vulgar, to the point where it just wasn't fun to watch. So, again, I mean, some of the later episodes had funny moments and moments that made me laugh hard, but Family Guy is just one of those shows that it's hit its run. I think it should be put to rest. So, why is there a crossover of these two shows? I don't know why, but admittedly the crossover it's good, I think. I mean, for not being a big Family Guy fan, I was worried that this crossover was going to be more heavy on Family Guy humor and animation than Simpsons, but I'm surprised that it was an equal amount of both. Half of the writers for each show came in and kind of just melded a script together with a handful of jokes from The Simpsons and a handful of jokes from Family Guy, and just boom, you got yourself a crossover. And even the animators kind of pitched in from each show. The beginning and end of the show looks like it was animated by Family Guy, and it is. And then once the Griffins get into Springfield, you could tell that there's a shift from the Family Guy animators just going on, have a cigarette break, and then the Simpsons animators take over for the majority of the show, which I guess I should explain the plot to this episode. So basically, Peter Griffin comes up with a comic strip called Oh, For Pete's Sake. Just one panel comics that just are very simple, as much as Peter's mind is simple. Unfortunately, he gets to a point where he writes a comic that's like, hey, my dishwasher broke, and it's a picture of this guy who brings in his wife to a doctor, and that pisses off a lot of the women in Quahog. So basically, the Griffins have to get out, their car gets stolen at a gas station, but that gas station happens to be near the whatever state it's in town of Springfield, where they meet the Simpsons, and basically craziness ensues when the two families collide. So I'm going to briefly say what I didn't like about this episode. There were a few points where the Family Guy humor didn't mesh well when, like, they're in Springfield. Like the very controversial, "Hello, Mo, your sister's being raped" joke. It just wasn't funny at all. Some of the other stuff just doesn't seem to work. And what I mean is, like, some of the humor that's very Family Guy oriented is whenever it's not vulgar, it just drags out for too long. Like, there's a scene where Brian and Chris are trying to do something about Santa's Little Helper, and they just kind of drag it out for too long, to the point where just like, okay, let's get this on with. Let's just get this over with. And then one thing that I don't like is when Homer and Peter are trying to find Peter's stolen car, Homer comes up with the idea of, let's fill up at that gas station. So they start drinking gas, and then they start shoving the pumps up their ass and start filling up gas through their ass. And it's just like, Homer may be an idiot, but he's not that stupid. I mean, Peter Griffin is that stupid, but, I mean, Homer's thought of drinking gas once, but he'd never go out and do it. But let's shift gears again. Stuff I did like. The animation works, even though you can kind of tell when the Family Guy animators have left and the Simpsons animators step in. Yeah, I still like the animation. Whenever the Simpsons humor comes in, I laugh at it because I'm a sucker for the Simpsons apparently. Still am a sucker for the Simpsons, and I love all the meta humor that both series kind of play off each other. Like the whole, they kind of acknowledge that their time is they've gone on for a little too long. They bring in the comparisons between each of the shows, like the stuff Family Guy has stolen from The Simpsons. And then there's a huge, drawn out fight between Peter Griffin and Homer Simpson, which is basically like the giant chicken fights in Family Guy. It's amusing, get a little graphic, because it's weird to see Homer bleed. I mean, like, really, really bleed and be damaged. But it's amusing. Like, again, it's a nice even ball of Simpsons and Family Guy humor. Some of it doesn't work, sometimes it does, but in the end, I think it's a crossover that you should at least check out if you're curious. But yeah, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It's actually kind of good. Not great, but it's enjoyable. Although I'm more excited for that Simpsons Futurama crossover that's on the way. Because both series are created by Matt Groening. How do you pronounce his name? But anyway, both series are created by the same guy, so it's going to have the same feel to it. So that's the crossover I'm more looking forward to. But as it stands right now with this, Simpsons Family Guy crossover is amusing. And that's coming from someone who's not a big Family Guy fan anymore. So yeah, that's all I have to say about the Simpsons guy. Leave a comment, tell me what you thought of the Simpsons Family Guy crossover. Subscribe to my channel for more stuff in the future. You can check out my video blog channel, AlexG8462. You can find links to my Twitter, Facebook, Tumblr, and Instagram accounts on this YouTube page. Go check me out at letterboxd.com under the name Mr. Robinson, as well as my written reviews on Geeked Out Nation. Share them with your friends and tell them about me. This is the real Mr. Robinson telling you there is only one. I'll see you guys later.